from WBAY TV. Coverage you can count on. Action 2 News This Morning starts now.
We have got a lot going on right now. Good morning, I'm Kevin Rumpa.
And I'm Tammy Elliott. First, a severe weather alert, significant snow today. So let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Steve Balon.
All right, thanks, guys. We're going to have some snow falling through much of your Wednesday. It does wind down as you're coming home from work later on today, but it's going to pile up. It's a severe weather alert day, high of 28 degrees. Here is Snow Tracker. Most of northeast Wisconsin getting some light to moderate snow. It's coming down a little heavier where you see some of the white bands, especially from Door County back into Marinette County, and from the Fox Cities back into central Wisconsin. The snow is picking up in intensity. Now there is a little bit of a break from Green Bay to Manitowoc, but this little hole here in the snow coverage is going to fill in as an Alberta clipper comes in from the northwest. 4 to as much as 8 inches of snow could fall across the area. The Weather Service has blanketed northeast Wisconsin with a winter weather advisory expiring at 6 o'clock this evening. Our severe weather outlook is moderate, borderline high, 4 to 8 inches of snow. Some snow coming down in heavier bursts, reducing visibility this morning. Roads at times snow-packed and slippery, and as you're coming home from work, even though the snow is going to be slowing down, we could find some blowing and drifting in rural areas. Here's Predictor's snowfall forecast. The 4 to 8 inches cutting right through the Fox Cities in east central Wisconsin. About 6 inches in Appleton, closer to 8 inches with some lake effect enhancement towards the Manitowoc area. At 6:15, we've got a closer look at the snow on the radar. Pinpoint Predictor's hour-by-hour timing of the storm, and we'll talk about another cold blast in your 7-day forecast. On to Catherine with Time Saver Traffic.
Steve, thanks. I've been watching our Department of Transportation cameras as they rotate around northeast Wisconsin, and a lot of them have that snow cover where the car kind of makes a path going through the snow. I just got off the phone with the Outagamie County Sheriff's Department, and they tell me that roads there are definitely snow covered and slippery. In fact, the dispatcher said one of her coworkers had just driven in from Black Creek and had been dealing with those slippery roads. But luckily in Outagamie County, as we look here at 441 in College, they haven't been dealing with any crashes or slide-offs, anything like that so far this morning. Let's take a look at drive times around the Appleton area. On 41 between 10 and 441, about 10 minutes north or south. But then look at that on 441 from 41 to the Little Lake Butamore Bridge as you head south. That is a bit slower than normal, about 14 minutes. You're definitely going to want to leave yourself some extra time before you head out this morning. And Kristen Allen is farther north, getting a good look at the roads there.
Hey, Catherine, good morning. Yeah, we are on Highway 41 at Dork. We're about 12 miles south of O'Connell in O'Connell County. And conditions a lot different than what, we showed you 15 or 20 minutes ago. We were in Brown County in the Green Bay area. So it's definitely snowing up here. You can see the snow like whipping at our windshield right now. The roads aren't exactly snow covered, but there is some light snow blowing around on the road. The road is okay to drive on, but there have been some areas, when it split off a few miles ago towards Privet, that was a lot more snow covered and a lot more snow coated up on the roads. We have seen, you kind of see with our brights on, just exactly all the snow that is flying forward us. We have seen the salt trucks out so far this morning as well. They are out already working hard to try to cut down the slipperiness of the roads. So definitely want to give yourself some extra time this morning, as Catherine said, and be prepared for conditions to get worse. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Kristen. Yeah, you can see the snow coming down in the headlights there. All right, other overnight news are following Manitowoc County fire crews battling this house fire near Kellnersville. Fire crews from Kellnersville Branch, Francis Creek, and Mishicot were called out about 12:30 to this rural home on Reefs Mills Road. Deputies say one person in the home got out safely. The flames are mostly out in about an hour, but our crew that was on scene say the firefighters had to take more time putting out hot spots on the roof and also inside. Medics treated one person for breathing in a lot of smoke. Developing news that we're following all morning on Alabama's Senate race. State election officials say it is unlikely the outcome will change, even as Republican Roy Moore looks to a possible recount.
Results show that Moore lost in the heavily Republican state to Democrat Doug Jones. Jones will be the first Democratic senator from Alabama in 25 years. But right now, this morning, Moore says he won't concede.
And that's what we've got to do, is wait on God and let this process play out. The votes are still coming in, and we're looking at that.
I have said throughout this campaign that I thought that December 12th was going to be a historic day.
That race impacted by allegations against Moore of sexually inappropriate behavior with teenage girls. Jones defeated Moore last night by just over 1.5%. That's well above the automatic recount threshold of 0.5%. But the Secretary of State says write-in votes still need to get counted, along with ballots mailed in by military personnel and provisional ballots where there's a question on whether the person is qualified to vote. The story many are talking about this morning, and you're going to see that guy again back on the field where he belongs on this coming Sunday. Aaron Rodgers will play against the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, he's expected to play for the first time in more than 2 months as he recovered from that broken collarbone in his throwing shoulder. He announced it on Instagram last night that team doctors cleared him to play. Dr. Pat McKenzie and other doctors evaluating bone density scans on his healing collarbone. As expected, the bone is reportedly not completely healed, but the risk of playing isn't too high. So Rodgers is back for the final 3 games. Fans hope it's just in time to make a playoff run.
All right, good to have him back, of course. We're excited about that. More still to come, and Steve's got an update on the snow. It's going to be like an all-day affair, much of the day anyway. It's a severe weather alert day. He's got an update for you right after the break.
See those darker blue bands in northwestern Wisconsin? They're going to swing into our neck of the woods as the morning moves on. So bus stop forecast, snow likely, road conditions deteriorating, 19 heading into school, 27 coming back home. And here's Pinpoint Predictors, snow chance hour by hour for the Green Bay area, rising to 100% this morning. And it stays high all the way through the mid-afternoon, then drops down about 30% towards 6 o'clock this evening, close to when a lot of folks will be coming home from work. Road conditions will be improving tonight, but watch out for some blowing and drifting as the winds pick up behind this Alberta Clipper. And the bullseye as far as the snowfall for northeast Wisconsin cuts right through the Fox cities and over towards the lakeshore. A lot of folks will get about 4 to as much as 8 inches of snow, with the highest totals closer to the lakeshore, where we could see a little bit of lake effect snow as we go into the afternoon hours.
Hey everybody, we know a lot of you have your morning routines down to the minute. You know the exact minute when you walk out the door. But this morning, please consider skipping a step in your morning routine so you can walk out the door 5 to even 10, 15 minutes sooner. Trust me, it'll give you some peace of mind so you can take it slower. It is slippery this morning. I just talked to the Fond du Lac County dispatchers, and they tell me that roads are slick in spots and highways are definitely starting to get snow covered. You can see on 151 northbound on the east side of the city there, it's starting to slow down. Look at this camera. This is 41 at Lombardy. Looks like the lens is coated there in Brown County, and the roads are coated here, Highway 29 at Packerland. It is a rough commute this morning, so definitely take it a bit slower.
What's it like to see all these gifts people giving here in Green Bay?
It's pretty awesome, I think it's great. Toys for Tots have always been a great program. Some kids don't get the opportunity to get presents, and now this is a way that they can do that, so I think it's pretty amazing.
Maybe why should people stop by this morning? Could they see you?
Well, yeah, you could see me, and also, my team will be here too, December 26th at the Resch at 7 p.m. We're going to have a lot of fun, but, they can come by, say hi, high fives, hugs, spin on the finger like this.
Okay, now that is a skill I cannot do. That is so awesome. Now, you guys also have a good incentive for people to come by this morning, correct?
Yes, they'll get an opportunity to get tickets to the game. Like I said, it's December 26th at the Resch at 7 p.m. Awesome. We're kicking off our North American Tour, our 2018 Amazing Feats of Basketball World Tour. So it's pretty awesome. Our North American Tour usually starts every other year, I'd say, here in Green Bay, and my teammates and I can't wait to come back and play.
It's equal opportunity snow. There's a good chance you're going to be driving through at some point today.
Yeah, so let's get out on the roads right now. Kristen is checking out driving conditions in Oconto County. Good morning.
Good morning. That's right. We just got off of Highway 41 on exit, County Road Y exit at Tesh-to-Go. We're turning back around. We're going to start heading south again on Highway 41. We'll be in Oconto County. We're getting ready to get back on here and turn onto the ramp. It's a little slick. The roads here are snow covered, and as you can see, it is snowing here, and snow is coming up pretty good. As you can probably see it here we got the brakes on for a second. You can see just how it is coming down. So now we are on the ramp here, and it is pretty snow covered. If you can see it, we're getting ready to get back on Highway 41 South and back down, make our way back down eventually to Brown County. So as we've been up here, the roads, it's not like it's coated with just, inches of snow, but it is snowy, and it does make it slippery see that right now, and we have been able to see some salt trucks and plows out 40 for portions of 41. We were heading north. It was more so the right lane that was clear, and the left lane had it does right now too have more snow on it, so it's kind of like this main pathway that's a little bit more clear for traffic. Traffic is moving along okay, but just a little bit slower. We'll continue to keep an eye on this and check back in, you guys, in the next half hour. Back to you.
Kristen, thanks. And we just got some new information in from our weekend morning anchor, Aisha Morales. She just tweeted at us. She is heading south on 43 near the Manitowoc area. And she, in her words, she says the roads are bad. She says snow's causing low visibility and the roads are a bit snow covered and slick. She's telling everyone to be safe this morning. So we thank her for that update. And that is really what I'm hearing from county dispatchers all over northeast Wisconsin. The roads are getting more and more snow covered and slippery. There's 41 at Highway 23 Johnson Street in Fond du Lac. And it's tough to see with that moisture on the lens. You can see in some areas though, like right here, the cars are kind of making tracks through that snow. This is a morning where you want to give yourself extra time, make some kind of change in your morning routine. So look at this, 41 at 172. You need to walk out the door at least 5 or 10 minutes early so you can take it slow.
Are you ready?
I hope. But we're going to send it back to you guys as hopefully I can do this. A little nervous. Send it back to you guys.
Way to go!
Nice.
Perfect! Woohoo!
Her luck was about to run out. He grabbed the ball back. Yeah.
Predictor puts that 4 to 8 inch swath from about Shawano County through the Fox Valley and over at east central Wisconsin. And again, the highest totals closer to the lakeshore as the winds come in onshore. So today, 4 to 8 inches of snow, slippery travel likely, high temperature of 28 degrees. Catherine.
Time saver traffic. Let's take a look at our Department of Transportation cameras. This is going to be a rough morning commute. It's bottom line this morning. Let's take a look right now. You can see 441 at County CE, cars kind of making tracks, someone putting on their brakes there. That is the point. Leave a lot of following distance and slow down. We've seen plows out all over northeast Wisconsin, but obviously they just can't keep up with the snow. You can see the snow blowing and drifting in front of those headlights there. And as traffic picks up, we have more of a chance. Look at that semi there trying to switch lanes. It's just a tough morning. So you need to leave at least 5 to 10 minutes early, and that way your speeds can be slower and make you safer. Here's 41 at Lombardy. Drive times, I've looked at drive times all over northeast Wisconsin, and most of them are at least 2 to 3 minutes slower than normal. 41 between College Avenue and 172 is reflecting that, about 3 minutes or so slower than normal. Kristen Allen is out live on the roads right now.
Hey, Catherine, good morning. We are on Highway 41 southbound, just outside of Abrams, and we are going slow this morning. We're going about 45, and you can see all the snow, it's kind of flowing right toward our windshield here. Now, we are in the right lane. You can see the right lane looks pretty clear. There's kind of just tap, but the left lane over here, you can see just how much snow is on it. So, drivers are obviously choosing to use the right lane this morning. Drivers are going pretty well, but slower, like I said. We've been all over this morning looking at road conditions, and we can tell you that, we have seen multiple salt and plow trucks out this morning. So, and obviously things are expected to get worse. We'll be covering this for you throughout the day, and you can tune in on Action News at noon, and also we'll have updates on our website and Facebook Live coverage throughout the day as well. Back to you.
Look at that.
How about this?
That's awesome.
Thanks for joining us
No
today.
problem.
Put it on my finger.
Oh, yeah, you got to put your finger up.
Oh, way up.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
No strings attached, though.
Don't
See what I'm doing
look
here?
Look away.
The first
Look away.
folks who donate to Toys for Tots,
Yes.
2 tickets to the
Yeah.
Harlem Globetrotters, December 26th.
Awesome!
Please
Awesome.
donate to Toys for
Fist bump,
Tots.
man.